Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Cutting My Way In, and today is the video that I've been waiting for the longest to make, and is that video saying that I finally finished my first project, my first full stack project ever, and I'm very excited. This video I don't think is going to be too long. I'm not going to be going over code. I'm just going to show you the final product of everything I've been working all these months. My goal was from the very beginning, like I told you guys, I wanted to make a project of something that I was into, and I was going to learn every tool that I needed in order to make sure that this application was full stack. And that's what I did. I stuck to my promise, and I learned everything that I needed to learn in order to get it done. React, Vite, Express, Tailwind, Node, SQL, Stripe for payments. So I'm very proud that I was able to learn all these technologies in order to create the project, and it took me 141 commits, but I was able to get it done. So without further ado, let me show you guys the final project. So the website is very straightforward. It's an application about Nissan. I love Nissan. I love the brand. I own a vehicle myself. I own the Rogue, and I love the vehicle. So the experience is very simple. You go as a user to the website, and you're able to see the different vehicles by category. You're able to see, and the vehicle that you click, you're able to see it immediately changing into the website. Now, I added a little touch last week. I added 3 things, and it was I wanted to create the homepage more responsive for both the categories and the background image. So last week, the problem that I had was the website, this section in the background was not responsive. So what was happening was when the screen got smaller, the image just shrunk, as well as these categories and these thumbnails. So this has been fully corrected now, and now look how responsive it is. So as you can see now, the website, the images in the background react, and it doesn't matter the image or the thumbnail. It's fully responsive, and now it's 100% mobile friendly, and it looks legitimately like a website. So as you can see, when it becomes a smaller screen, the text or the vehicles, they don't disappear. What I did was I just put them in between divs and make sure that now they are scrollable. So now they are able to fit. So if there's a category that you want to see, you just dynamically just manually you would just move for the option, and you'll see the vehicles. And it's the same thing for the thumbnails itself. They are all there. So if there's a vehicle that you want to see, you're able to see it, and everything now looks professional. The images don't shrink, and everything remains on the same dimensions as they should. And it doesn't matter the category. They all both do the same thing. So the other thing that the experience is, once you are in the website, if you click on vehicles or if you click on explore vehicles, it takes you to the same section, and here you're able to see the different vehicles that you want. So as a user, as a buyer, this makes the minimal effort of explaining you and showing you the car. However, if you want more in-depth information, you just go to details, and when you click details, it takes you directly to the page of the vehicle. So everything is being fetched correctly. So it doesn't matter the vehicle you click, it will always show you the vehicle that you're clicking. So as you can see, once you're here, you get an explanation of the vehicle, the different overview, features, and specs. So if you click on overview, it takes you to the overview of the vehicle, and then you're able to see some images of the car. You can keep going down. Here you're able to see the features, you're able to see the specifications, but you also have the option that you can click on features, and it takes you there. You click on specs, and it takes you there. So, and you can go back to the home page, and there's no issue. So just like any other website or application about a brand, you have an about page. So I did this like a month or 2 ago. It's been there. There was no need to change it. Everything looks as it should. It looks professional. It looks like realistic, and of course it's responsive. So you always make sure it's responsive. So this is the about page, and all the portion of it is, as you can see, if any website of a brand always have a contact us. So it's very straightforward. It's just a contact page where if you fill out this information and submit, it sends the inquiry. As you can see, the name, last name, your email, your phone, and then you submit, and it sends you to it sends it to a JSON format that I have. So that's the gist of the vehicle. And let's say you want to go back, or you want to go buy an Nissan. That button just takes you back to the home page, and vehicles would have just taken you back to the home page again. So let's say you want to buy, I don't know, the Armada. Once you see the overview, the feature and specifications, you then have the option to buy the vehicle, as you should. And you click, and automatically it takes you to the checkout page. Last week you guys saw that I had like reviewed your details, but the more I saw it, it just didn't make sense to me. I think I was just overdoing it, and it just didn't make sense for me to put reviewed your details if I already have a section that literally says order summary. It's basically the same thing in a different word. So, and also I don't like how it looked, but now I love how it looks. And here we have the legal notice, the copyright, to give it more a realistic feel to the website. And of course, we always make sure it's responsive. You always make sure. And then, here it proves it, it's responsive, the website. Everything looks professional. And then, when you click checkout, it's connected to the Stripe API. So it takes you to the Stripe payment method, and here you'll put your email, the shipping address, and then here you put the card information to make the fake purchase. So here you get a little details, the logo of Nissan, the name of the vehicle, the price, and the category. Now, when you fill out this information and you click pay, someone asked me, "Oh, I don't like the fact that it doesn't give you a receipt." The problem and the reason it doesn't give you a receipt is because it's on test mode. So Stripe won't let you add a test mode. So that's the only reason. If you put your card information, the only thing that happens is this pay button turns green, and it sends you back to the home page. That's the reason, because since it's a fake payment, it just doesn't make sense for it to show you a receipt. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It does exist. It goes to the database of Stripe. So if you can see, you go to the transactions, and if you take either one of these ones, you can see the information. And then where is it? Here, view receipt. So here's a receipt. That's how it will look. And for those that don't believe me, if I try to send a receipt to an email, it doesn't say it. See? So it's not that I'm not trying to make it, it's that I cannot do it. So once again, if I try to send a receipt, it won't let me because it's on test mode. So, but it shows you that the receipt was created and it exists. So I could have probably made a link, so once it's finished, I could have made my own receipt component, but I think that I proven myself with this project that I can, if I needed to do it, I could have done it. I've proven it that I'm able to do it, and I could have just copy and paste this style and just make it more look like a receipt component, but it just didn't make sense to me. And it's one of those things that I was speaking with a colleague. I can either stay with this project and keep working with it and fixing little things and adding more things, or I can just, you know what, let me take this W. I already learned the basics of React, of Tailwind, Node, Express, SQL, and Stripe. I think the next step is I need to go to the next project. I think this is a great, solid project. As a first, I take a lot of pride that a lot of people, their first project is a to-do list, and I really I'm obsessed with the idea that I refuse to do a to-do list app. This is not 2015 to 2020 that you could literally make a to-do list app and you could get a 6-figure job. The game totally changed. It's not like that anymore. So I was very serious when I was like, you know what? This entire year, I started learning how to code on February 1st. My goal is very simple. I'm not going to work on 5, 10 projects. No. I'm going to work on 3 projects. That's all I'm doing this year. 3 solid projects so I can show my portfolio so I can go into the job hunt next year. If an opportunity appears this year, I'll take it, but I'm not looking for a job. I'm really looking this year to improve my skills because there's so much that I still need to learn. I still struggle with JavaScript, and I still need to get better with my coding. And I feel that there's certain things that I take too long to do. That I think I'm still not there. I'm still not the developer that I know that I can be. So I think it's time to really just take a step back and start thinking about that next project. And here's the thing. That's my second project out of the 3 that I'm making. This is the first one. The second one has to be more difficult than this one. It's going to be a crowd application. I still don't know what that second project is going to be. I'm going to a coding meetup tomorrow, and I'm going to speak with some people. I also will speak with some mentors of mine to see what that next project should be. And yeah, that's where I'm at mentally. So the last thing that I wanted to show you guys from the website was I added one more thing. So I was being a little bit lazy, but yesterday I was like, you know what, Israel, just add the feature. It doesn't take 300,000 years to make. And the feature was very simple. So as you can see, the buy vehicle, it always updates. If you put a different vehicle, it will always update. So what was happening was I was being lazy. So I decided to create a button, this same button here, duplicated here, only when the screen gets smaller. So look at the screen. If you look at here, you'll see what happens. Boom. Now you have the button and it takes you to the checkout component. So I decided to add that portion because it just didn't make sense for me not to have this and have the user have to go back to the menu to press this button just to go to the checkout component. It just didn't make any sense for me. And as a user, probably that would have made me annoyed. So I was like, Israel, just add the button. It's something very simple. Literally, all I had to do was copy the button, change the name, and when the screen gets smaller, the button comes here. And now the user has the opportunity to immediately see the buy button, and he or she can go and make the purchase like a real website would. So it just shows you how like little things that are simple, probably sometimes as a developer you might get lazy and not do them. But I was like, Izzy, get it done. It's not a big deal, and it's gonna make the website look even better, which is it's true. Having this button right here instead of having to look for it here, it looks way more professional and more realistic because you want that buy button right there, you know, to make the user make it easier for the user to purchase the vehicle. And now the last step for me to do is I need to put this website online, but I'm currently using Netlify, and the problem with Netlify is that I don't have the because I have the server running right now locally. That's why I think it can access the website, but actually without it I can't actually access the images. So I can't see any of this information, none of the images. So I need to find a host where I can essentially upload my site and also my database. That way I can have the website lock and loaded so I can show it to anyone just by giving it a link. So that's literally the last thing I need to learn, how to post a website into production so people can essentially go into the link and see the website for themselves, and future employers as well. So yeah, this is the final project is completed. So the next step is for me to think what is going to be the next project, but we'll see. See you guys in the next one, and have a great weekend. Peace.